Hi everybody, it's Naomi, food and health coach. I've been having a lot of conversations with folks about kids being sick. Oh, hey there. So I've been having a lot of conversations with friends and my own kids that have a cold, and I started making it a medio, and I was like, I might as well hop on here and share with everybody what I'm making and how I'm making it. Obviously, if your kids need actual meds, please give them the actual meds. This is just, homemade medicine that I make for them to help them along, in addition to whatever medication they need, right? So this is my base here, and that is pineapple juice. So during the holidays, I made a carrot cake, and I put some pineapple, canned pineapple in there, and I saved the juice, and it was just in the fridge, and I was like, oh, I can just use this as my base. And pineapple juice or pineapples are good. They have something called bro something. I just looked it up and I forgot. Anyway, it's an enzyme that the pineapple has that is very anti-inflammatory. It has a lot of healing properties. It helps especially with the sinuses. So especially if like you're coughing a lot, your like sinuses are all stuffed up, you have a lot of inflammation in your chest, is something that's good to incorporate in your remedio. So luckily I had some of this pineapple juice. Usually the core hard stem of the pineapple in the middle is really good for that, but I don't have that, so I'm just working with what I have. So what I have is canned pineapple juice, literally, and I happen to have some frozen pineapples in the freezer from the summertime when we would make smoothies. So this is frozen pineapple. Maybe I should put this up so you guys can see. Give me a second as I shift things around here and put the remedio up on the toaster, because I have a bunch of stuff here and you guys can see me put it in as I speak to you. So yeah, let me move this so you guys can see. So here we go. Let's see. Okay. So again, I'm starting off with a pineapple juice base from canned pineapples that I use when I make carrot cake, and I'm putting in frozen pineapple chunks that I had in the freezer. Again, if I had an actual pineapple, it would be great to use the middle stem for that. It's where a lot of the enzymes are stored that are anti-inflammatory. I don't know if you hear my son coughing. He's watching TV over there, and it really helps with the inflammation in the chest and in the sinuses, especially when it's combined with things like honey. So let's start building this remedio. This is all the pineapple, and the good thing about these remedios are that you can make them very sweet and sour, like with honey, and then you can just tell your kids it's like lemonade, because you can really make it taste like lemonade, and especially it has the pineapple in there. So let me move the other ingredients I have prepped up here, and then we can keep building. So I have here, I've mashed up some garlic cloves to activate the ingredients. So these are just 2 garlic cloves that I banged with the knife. They're open and they've been sitting here for a little while. So there's a pineapple. Now I'm throwing the garlic in there. And if you guys cannot see very well, just let me know and I'll adjust. This is a piece of ginger that, again, I just cleaned and I mashed. I whacked with the knife to just open it up. I'm gonna put it in here as well. The star of the show. And if you guys are gonna make this, make sure that you're using a glass jar. With the lime juice that we're gonna put in here and the vinegar, it's gonna kind of pickle everything, and it's just gonna sit here and it's gonna get stronger, more potent. My mom just hopped on. I learned all this from her. Hi, mommy. So now we're gonna put the pineapple in, the red onion in here. And this is gonna pickle, right? Maybe you'll be a little oniony, but hey, it's better than being sick all the time. Ugh, do you guys hear my son's chest? With him, we got really worried because when he was like a tiny little baby, I was in the ER with him all the time because it was rough because he was a little baby, like he was under 1, and we couldn't really give him medication, and his chest would get so tight and his breathing, his oxygen levels would get so low that we almost had to like leave him in the hospital. Luckily we didn't, but since he was very little, we've had to nebulize him, and we've had to, he got a lot of steroids. He hasn't been diagnosed with asthma. It's been pretty under control, especially with all these meds. My mom made him a ton of medicine. My mother's saying to put garlic. Mami, ya yo le eché el ajo. Está ahí adentro. Míralo ahí abajo. She's telling me to add the garlic to it. So yeah, all the onions are in there. And then I squeezed out about 3 limes in here. So I'm going to pour this in here, and that's going to start pickling everything. You see the jar is pretty full already. And then let me rinse my hands. So now I'm gonna start to add a bunch of spices to this. Make sure all the lime juice is in there. Another thing I'm gonna add is raw apple cider vinegar. It has a bunch of healing properties. It's really good for your stomach, antibacterial, probiotic. So we're gonna build on this. I don't really measure anything. I just pour. That should be enough. I just pour stuff in here. And now I'm gonna add some cinnamon. All these spices are really anti-inflammatory and have a lot of healing properties, and it's okay to mix them all up in here. So I did some cinnamon. I'm gonna do some nutmeg. The star of the show, one of the stars of the show, turmeric. So I'm gonna add that in here as well. Very anti-inflammatory, healing, and adaptogen. And we really want to get that in here to help the body heal. And get it all in there. And a little bit of salt. This is just pink Himalayan. I'm gonna crack some in here. I'm actually also gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper, and for this I'm gonna use a spoon because I don't want to make it like very spicy. When I would make medicine for myself, I would make it really spicy, and I would actually make this mason jar and take it with myself to work and like drink that shit at my desk. Okay. And then, last but not least, some raw honey. Okay, and this is gonna sweeten it up because, as you can see, aside from the pineapple, everything has been very sour. And we really want to make it a little sweet, especially for the kids. So just gonna put that all in here, and it will dissolve in here. I'm gonna put another big spoonful in here. And this we're gonna store in the fridge. I'm not gonna use it right away. I store it in the refrigerator for about at least an hour. You're gonna notice that the onions are not gonna be purple anymore. They're gonna be that pinkish pickled color. And then that's when you kind of want to start to use it. I'm gonna try to take all this honey off of this spoon. So again, we have these garlic chunks, pineapple chunks, ginger, and we're just gonna let it sit in here. Now we're gonna cover it. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know. We can chat about it. I need these kids to get better. Now you can see when you cover it very tight, just gonna shake it a little bit so that everything kind of mixes together. If you have radish at home, that's another great thing to add in here, or you can make a totally separate remedio with radish. Just radish alone in a glass jar, and you put sugar over it, and you're gonna see the water just kind of rise up because the sugar is gonna suck all of the juice and the vitamins and everything out of the radish. And I actually would give that medicine to my little one when he was a little baby, because obviously they can't really handle much, and I would give him that natural medicine, and that helps a lot with the chest congestion. So I'm gonna shake it up a little bit more, and I'm gonna let this sit. All right. I will post a little video of what this looks like later. And I actually have a reel of I made another remedio similar to this one, but that did have the radish because I had that at home. So I'm gonna put that in my story so you guys can see it, another version of it. So yeah, that is it. And this helps you get back on your feet. It truly is healing from the inside, and it's just not masking symptoms like a lot of medicine does. A lot of medicine just masks symptoms until your body recovers and gets better. But this really serves a double purpose. It helps you feel better and heal faster most of the time, okay? So please remember that. It's really good to have both in your life, right? Just using the food as medicine, and then medicine, like if I have like a freaking migraine and I have a long day, then you better believe I'm gonna take something to help me feel better in the moment. But there's always a root cause as to why that's going on, right? It's not just you just got a headache and you're gonna take some Advil or Tylenol to make you feel better. Yeah, you can feel better, and especially if you have something going on in the day that you need to focus on. But there's always something behind that, like, are you not eating well? Are you dehydrated? Do you have a lot of tension and stress? And all this back here is like tight. So when you're sick and you get recurring things, there's usually a root cause behind that. And that's what you need to dig for and find, instead of just taking a lot of OTC medication to mask the symptom. And then you feel like, oh, I'm getting sick again, or this is happening again. It's usually that it never went away, and the symptoms were just being masked, and you felt better, so you thought it went away. So I encourage you to always look for the root cause. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So I'll see you guys later. It's Naomi Jerez, food and health coach. And if you guys ever need support, and you want to make a transition into your life, into wellness, into the foods that you're eating, and feel great and lose weight while you're doing it, then just hit me up and let me know, okay? I'll see you guys soon. Bye.